to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Marilyn. Over the past couple of months, I have been hauling quite a number of things, and because I'm a lazy person and I like to procrastinate, I decided I don't want to do a dedicated video for each and every one of these items. I don't want to do it. I figured out why not like just combine all these items, the ones that I could combine, and do a video trying them out for the first time. This is the second attempt of doing this video. I will insert a clip of me doing it the first time. I couldn't post the video because I wanted to try these items for a couple of hours and I was going out, so I went out. I happened to be really badly rained out, so 90% of the makeup was gone, and then on top of that, this liner, it was just like super black, just dripping down my eyes, and it did not look good. But I stuck it out because I said to myself, I'm going to come home and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I look like me just walking around looking crazy. But unfortunately, while it was raining where I was, it was also raining at my place, and lightning hit the transformer in my area where I stay, so we did not have power, and I got back home at like midnight, 1 a.m. and I couldn't film this, and I cannot sleep with makeup. Another thing, I won't do swatches of shadows and things like that. I did a whole video of most of these things, the shop hash haul, so the swatches of like some of the eyeshadows are in that shop hash video, so you guys can check that out. I will leave a link over here. Another thing, all of these items, if you can still find the links to them, I will leave them down in the description box, so if you're interested in them, you can go ahead and check that out. That's the end of any disclaimer. Without further ado, let's get right into the reason why you clicked on this video, this tutorial. This is my little packet of free stuff that I get every time I buy from a Korean website. It just has sheet masks, lip mask. I didn't know I had stuff from Pyukangyo. I really want to try this brand. This is the J1 Jelly Pack Foundation Glue Skin Corset Hydrating Treatment, and it says it's a skin firming radiance booster that does triple duty, acting as either a complete skincare routine, a makeup gripping foundation glue, or a hydrating sleeping mask. It's supposed to really make the foundation stick to your skin so that it doesn't go anywhere. But something very funny is happening. The more I spread it, I don't know why I started with my face. I normally start with eyes, but I started with my face today. Anyway, we're going to go to eyes. I hope like that doesn't ruin my makeup. This is my box of new stuff, things I have not used, things I want to do first impressions on and stuff like that. So I decided to do sort of like a full face of trying out new stuff. I'm going to go do my brows off camera and then come back and we get into the eyes. So my brows are almost done. Last thing I need is this COLOURPOP brow gel. See how tiny the little bristle is. It's just perfect for getting the corners over here, and the packaging is so cute too. I'm going to go in with this, and this is NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in milk. Because it is a white base, it makes colors pop on your eyelids, and I do want to incorporate more colorful eye tutorials on my channel and in real life. That's why I got this. It blends very nicely. This is the Amuse Cosmetics eyeshadow palette in the number FK9580-N-2. I did do swatches of all these colors on the shop hash haul, and the link will be somewhere up here. I'm gonna start with this. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go about it like I've never used them before. The shadow is looking a bit whiter than I had anticipated, so I think I'm going to try warm it up with the color right next to it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but instantly the shadow stopped being so white and it became a lot warmer. Next, I'm going to go in with this color here and just dab that on my crease. I'm going to mix this two, this color and this color, and then that's just going to go into my crease and the corners of my eyes. So I realize it's this color that's the problem. It's not very pigmented, a bit chalky. Let me look for a different color. I just decided to go in with the black by itself. Yeah, that's what I wanted. As you can see, the black is not very pigmented, but in this case, that's what I was going for. I didn't want it to be uber black. Going in with this. This isn't something new, this Graftobian palette, but unfortunately, I've used this palette like 3 times and I stopped using it. I just decided that I don't like it because there's not quite a lot of product in here, and for me, I found it very expensive. I think it was like $90, $80. So I've decided I want to give this another shot. I don't want it to be on my dress anymore, and I feel like one of the ways that I can incorporate this more in my makeup tutorials and my makeup looks is to use it as concealer and not foundation. I'll go in with this shade over here. It is very creamy. I'm going to go in with this shade that I used initially. I feel like it will be perfect to set this crease. I will be going in with this just on the outer V to blend in this harsh line over here. I will be going in with this shade next. I've just decided I want to use this palette as well, and this is the pressed glitter from Beauty Glaze, and I just got this in the mail yesterday, and it looks like this. For directions it says apply gently with a brush. Foil textures deliver the maximum payoff when applied with fingertips. This shade there. Let's try this one. This is like a holographic white pressed glitter. It has like flakes of green and blue. It's very pretty. So this is what the shades look like. Let's go in with this one. We'll apply it first with a brush without any glitter base to see how it lasts, and not a lot of product is being picked up. I think for kicks, let's just go in with our fingers. A lot of product is still on my finger, and I can't swipe the way I did on my arm, so I have to press it. That's as good as it's going to get. So my thoughts on the things I've used so far. This palette I actually really like. I'm super surprised that it performs so well. You guys can see, especially like the mattes, they look very ashy, but this is one of those eyeshadow palettes that performs differently than its swatches. I think these two weren't as pigmented as I wanted them to be. Thoughts is that I really like this shadow. If you like neutrals, I do recommend it. Next palette, when I first used it, I didn't like it so much because I'm used to a finer, not chunky and thick like this one. I just looked up and the glitter didn't transfer, and this palette was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $5. I don't know, maybe when the look comes together then I will know whether I like it or I don't. This palette only has a yellow corrector. I'm going to color correct with the orange corrector from Elega. This color here, and just placing that on top of the orange. So for foundation, I have 4 foundations. For today, I'm going to go in with this one from AVON. I can't see this foundation on the website. I don't know why, so I'll just read what's on the box. And a lot of this information is not in English. It does say it's 30 ml. Use it up in 24 months. Nude matte fluid makeup. So the foundation looks like. You see how it drips? Very watery. I did get this foundation from a friend of mine. She's called Yvonne, and her website is kwetufashionboutique.com. I will leave all her information in the description box. I did get this foundation when it was 1,000 shillings because she had a sale on all of her Avon products, but initially I believe it goes for 2,500. Foundation on the side of my face first. Can you guys see over here the little patches? With a brush it doesn't blend in seamlessly, so I think I'm gonna have to go in with a sponge. And with a sponge it picks up the product, and I think it's the primer. Can you guys see that? To have a good makeup day, I'm going to remove the primer. The first time I wore it, I did have the same problem with the primer. I used the Becca primer. I have another primer I want to try out. So the primer I'll be using is this one, and this is the Rimmel London Mattifying Mattifant Stay Matte Makeup Primer, and it just says shine control, pore minimizing, hydrating, feeling smooth skin. It feels very lightweight, so for some reason my skin feels hydrated, so that scares me because I do have oily skin, and anything that overhydrates my face does tend to make me dewy. And then back in with this, dot it on my skin, and then just try blend it with a brush. I think just don't use a brush when you come to this foundation because it's doing that separating again, and I don't like that, so I'm just going to use a blender. It's a really hard foundation to blend, to be honest. It's really difficult to blend. but it does set pretty fast. Like this side has already set, and me trying to blend this side resulted in me removing product over here. One more time, I am going to wipe this and use it without primer. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm feeling like I'm super over it. Yeah, that's better. But this is as good as we're gonna get. I personally don't like it. I don't like how it looks on my skin. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with the shade over here and just put that under my eye. And just slowly blend that into my face. And then next I will be contouring, and I'm going to use this shade here. Might have been a bit too dark. It's just a bad makeup day and I really want to just quit and give up, but I'll just continue. I'm going to go in and set all this, and I'm just using the Benai Petrol Set, my favorite powder, to set my under eye. So next thing that I totally forgot to do is liner. I realized when I was already done with my under eye that I wasn't filming. My card got full mid-fast liner, and here I was talking to you guys like the whole entire time, but alas, there's nothing I can do about that. So what I did is I went with this color first on this little swollen part here, and then I went in with this black color right on top of that, and then lastly I went in with this Illegal Glide gel liner in the color very black, and then to smudge out this gel liner I went back in with this black again, and that's how I got this smoky under eye thing. Hitting this shade here and putting that on my inner tear duct, as well as literally just that. So going in with this brush, I'm going to dust off. Then using this shade, I'm going to just powder the rest of my face with that. And going in with this shade, I am going to bronze my face. Next, I'm going to go in with this, and this is the Matte Blush Contour Collection from Beauty Treats. This is a contour shade, so I think I'm going to try contour with that just to see how it performs. I didn't use it the last time, so this is also a first for me. I love it. I don't know what's going on with my blush brush right now. So next I'll go in with blush, and I'll go in with this shade over here. Next for face, I'm going with this, and this is the Okalan Glowing Palette Shimmers Kit. This is the sleeve. Then when you remove the sleeve, it looks like this. This is the palette, same as the sleeve, and then at the back it has the ingredients. This is what the palette looks like. The cool thing about this is you can remove the pans, so I'm not sure if you can buy the pans from the Okalan website. So very pigmented, with the exception of this one. Amaras is not as pigmented as the rest. They almost look wet, and you guys can see they're so pigmented they actually cover up my tattoo, so no joke. I think I'm going to go in with Guilt. Very subtle, which you can build it up if you want, and then I will top it off with Glimmer, and that just makes it pop so much more. Before we get into lips, I just want to talk about the things I've used so far, and let's start with this one. I like this liner. It's very nice. As you guys can see, it is very black. The tip is very fine, so you can flick it and get your wing just right. But the one thing, and it's actually a very big peeve for me, is the fact that this liner is not waterproof. I found that out firsthand the hard way. I got rained on so badly, and this eyeliner just looked like, you know that video for Beyonce? I don't know know if it's a video or just a picture. She just had a black eyeliner drooping all over her eyes, and then she's on the phone. That's exactly what I look like, and the main reason why I look like that was because of this eyeliner. If you so happen to come into contact with water while wearing this eyeliner, it's going to be a very bad look for you. Next thing I love is this LA Girl Glide gel liner in the shade very black. I'm definitely going to go and get the colors that I know that I will need from this line, because I really love this liner. It's very budge proof, it's very waterproof, and then it's very black. It doesn't tug on your eye. The more you apply it, it just glides on your eye. So I really love this. Would highly recommend it. Another thing I love is this Okalan glowing palette. They also look very wet. My cheek just looks like it's glowing from within. If you love natural highlight, I definitely highly recommend this palette. Same thing with this blush palette. Surprisingly for me, I also really like this contour shade. I didn't think I would, but I do. I really like this color. It's very natural. You know I have blushed up, but it's very subtle. It looks like I am actually blushing, but it's not like boom in your face. So for this palette, I'm still not sure. I'm still 50-50 on it. You can still sort of see my dark circles, so it doesn't really cover everything completely. It does set very well. There's no patchiness or anything like that. It's just me that I have extremely dark under eye circles, so it does speak through. But for someone who doesn't, maybe a client, this would actually be good for a client. Another thing I did like about this is this contour shade. I feel like it looks very natural. I like that about this Graftobian HD Glamour Cream Super Palette in Warm. I like that about this. Now onto this foundation. My face looks very natural. It is such a comfortable bit. It doesn't feel cakey. It's like my skin but better, but I feel like I had to work very hard to achieve this. It took me way too long to get here, and I honestly don't know if I will continue using it, but for the time being, I don't like this foundation. So with that being said, I think we can get into lips, and I have 3 liquid lipsticks, and they're from the brand COLOURPOP. These are all ultra matte liquid lipsticks. I love this wand. It's so tiny. I know that's going to be perfect for you know, that stuff. So that's Limbo, and guess this looks like this. And lastly, this is the collaboration with COLOURPOP and I Love Sarahi in the shade Mamacita. Looks like this. So I'm going to go in with Guess. You can see I did one swipe and it's not pigmented enough, but I want it to be very pigmented, so going in with another swipe. And as I did the bottom, the top lip dried up. This is the finished look. I just threw on some lashes and the look is complete. It came out a bit darker than I had anticipated, but I am okay with that. I absolutely love it. COLOURPOP liquid lipsticks are so nice and so comfortable. This Guess one, I layered it twice to get the desired pigment, but it just feels so nice regardless. Last time I tried this one, Avenue, and Avenue is a little bit more pigmented than Guess. I only needed to do one, and I was going to do a kiss test, so so it is kiss proof, it is budge proof, it is also waterproof. The thing it is not is oil proof, because last time I was going to dinner and I did eat and it did budge, especially at the center of my mouth here. Other than that, I absolutely love this liquid lipsticks. I wasn't sure how I felt about this glitter palette, but the look did come together and the glitter actually looks very nice. There's no excessive fallout. I'll probably be using this with glitter glue just for my personal security. I feel like the glitters look very nice, so I officially like this palette. So for now, I am left with this. I will do individual videos for the rest of this item. Keep a lookout for that. But other than that, I do hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. It was very difficult. I don't know why it was so difficult. I had to like wipe my face so many times. It's so random. It was just like not a good makeup day for me, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to edit out those parts. I feel like I should edit out those parts, or maybe I'll just keep them in so you guys can see how difficult it was for me to work with the foundation. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, regardless of all the ups and downs, how difficult and annoyingly long this video is going to be. I hope you guys did actually get to the end of this video and that you did enjoy it. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and see you all in my next one. Bye.